There are places in this world that should never be explored. Places hidden for a reason. And deep inside Blackwood Forest, there is a trail that only appears beneath a blood-red moon. A trail that changes people forever. Or worse, makes them disappear. October 2024. Park Ranger Daniel Brooks was finishing his night shift. The forest was unusually quiet. No birds, no insects, nothing. Only the sound of wind moving through the trees. Daniel checked his watch. Almost midnight. One more patrol, and I'm heading home, he to himself. Suddenly, his radio. Woman's voice. Hello? Is anyone there? This is Ranger Brooks. What's wrong? I saw lights in the northern woods. They're moving between the trees. There shouldn't be anyone there. Daniel frowned. The northern woods had been closed for years. Nobody was allowed inside. Yet something about the woman's voice felt genuine, terrified. All right, I'll check it out. 30 minutes later, Daniel stood at the edge of the forest. And that's when he saw it. A trail that shouldn't exist. What the hell? In 10 years of working there, he had never seen this path before. Beside it stood an old wooden sign, covered in moss, almost unreadable, except for one sentence. If you hear your name, do not answer. Very funny. Someone's got too much free time. Then he noticed 3 glowing lanterns floating between the trees, far down the trail, moving, as if inviting him forward. And against his better judgment, Daniel followed. The deeper he walked, the colder the air became. His flashlight flickered, his radio died, his phone lost signal. Then, suddenly, a voice echoed through the darkness. Danny. Daniel froze. Every muscle in his body locked. His heart stopped. Only one person had ever called him Danny. His mother. And she had died 8 years ago. Danny, help me. No, that's impossible. The voice sounded real, too real, as if she were standing right behind him, crying, begging. I'm scared, Danny. Please. Daniel felt tears forming in his eyes. For a moment, he almost turned around. Then he remembered the warning. If you hear your name, do not answer. Mom. But he forced himself forward, step by step, ignoring the voice, ignoring the memories, ignoring the pain. The trail eventually opened into a clearing. And there, standing beneath the blood-red moon, was an abandoned church. What is this place? The building looked centuries old. Broken windows, rotting wood, a giant cross leaning sideways. Yet candlelight glowed inside. Someone was there, watching, waiting. The church door slowly opened, by itself. Hello? Is somebody there? No answer, only silence. Daniel stepped inside and immediately felt sick. The walls were covered with photographs, hundreds of them. Every picture showed a terrified person standing somewhere along the trail. Then, Daniel saw one that made his blood freeze. No, it was him. A photograph of Daniel, taken only minutes ago, standing outside the church, looking directly at the camera. Who's here? Show yourself! A floorboard behind him, then another, then another. Something invisible was walking through the church, getting closer and closer and closer. Then all the candles went out. Sudden darkness. The room became completely black. except for the red moonlight pouring through the broken windows. Then came the whispers, hundreds of whispers, all around him. Stay, stay with us, stay forever. Leave me alone! The whispers turned into screams. The church shook. Voices. Come back! Daniel! Come back! Something was chasing him, something fast, something impossible. Yet Daniel never looked back, because deep down, he knew one thing. If he saw what was behind him, he would never leave the forest alive. Hours later, as the first sunlight appeared, Daniel stumbled out of the forest, exhausted, broken, alive. The blood moon had vanished, the trail was gone, and the church had disappeared, as if none of it had ever existed. Daniel quit his job the following week. He never returned to Blackwood Forest. But every year, when a blood-red moon rises in the sky, his phone receives a message from an unknown number. Only 4 words. We saved your place. And attached to the message is a photograph. A new photograph, taken the night before, showing Daniel asleep in his own bedroom, as if something from the forest never stopped watching. If you enjoyed tonight's story, subscribe for more terrifying tales. And remember, if you ever hear your name being called from deep inside a dark forest, don't answer. You may not be talking to a human. Good night.